Nithyananda, and thank you for this opportunity to share. So, I personally came to um, ParamashivaSena in February, March, and I completed the 30 days. And I got a huge stuck. I was very stuck with a particular pattern or thought current. And I also couldn't, it's like a suffocation I experienced even when I was reliving. But I found relief after going through the process there. And after that, the the experiences of breakthroughs, shifts continued. They continue every day. I found myself feeling more and more powerful, more and more clearer, more and more focused on the different projects or areas of my life. And when this program was announced, it was a no-brainer. There was a gap in my work as well, and instead of working to get more work, I decided actually I'll just tell my manager, since you don't have any work, I'm taking 2.5 weeks off and I'm going to get trained more. And I've been here for the second half of the program, and so many things have happened. So a yoga shift for me started in the last program, but here I found myself really having shifts. So it's being one, I had decided that I'm going to attend every single day for yoga, because when I was there in February, March in LA, I got sick. So due to an autoimmune condition, whenever there's a little extra stress on the body in the past, I used to get either like a cough and cold, but it is little different for me because it's a little bit more intense, and it hurts my lungs a bit more, and it takes me a little bit longer to recover. So I was sick, but this time I was like, no, I'm going to attend every single day, and I'm going to go through. I want to be there for yoga. So there were a couple of days when our one of the team members was not well, so she couldn't drive us here. Then I decided I'm going to pay extra, even it cost me a lot, but be integrated and come to yoga. And as a result, when I got my scratchy throat, during yoga itself, I got the powerful cognition. So whenever I have before, like a start of illness or something happens, I would have decided that, okay, now I've got it, it's going to get worse, and then I'm going to recover. So, like it gets worse first, and then I get into a recovery cycle. But this time, because I was aware and during yoga, I got the click. No, I can shift it to powerfulness. So I can shift it to health from here. I don't need to wait to get worse, or I don't need to plan to get worse, because I'm the creator of everything. And the powerfulness, I shifted and I did not get sick. As in, I got cold, but I never missed. I didn't get sick. I could feel this scratchy throat, but it was nothing. I came to yoga every day, and I finished yoga every day. And I was able to do. I realized that I have certain strengths. So flexibility is my strength, and the core muscle strength that I want to gain, I know now for the asanas, it's just a matter of the right attitude, and I will master those too. So that's one thing about yoga. A relationship level as well, I found huge blind spots, and Swamiji was able to do a very precise surgery and get me to see how to be in oneness with others. And in a beautiful way, in one smooth move, Swamiji got me to see where I was being violent with myself and others, and to drop it. So when we say that Kailasa is ahimsa centric, really every single person is being helped individually to get to that space. So even if we're not there to begin with love and care, we're brought to that space and given the right tools to do that too. So I now, the teamly process, because I was here for the last 15 days, and we did a teamly process, and it's so beautiful to be part of the whole teamly in oneness with everyone, and I enjoyed that. Now on a wealth level as well, so my all these stuck places. These are major stuck places I've had. So wealth. I've for the longest time I've wanted to have my own business, but was getting into this, uh, you know, destructive relationships, business wise as well, and money wise as well. So not having a healthy relationship with money and people. So it's like it's a circle, being in a vicious cycle rather than a virtuous one. So we during one of the sessions used AI to create win-win-win projects. So the idea was to create win-win-win projects, but I had already learned about artificial intelligence and how to use, and how basically Swamiji guiding us to think through more deeply. One of my issues was feeling overwhelmed with the number of things happening in life. So when there's a challenge, given artificial intelligence training, and I was getting to that to say that I get overwhelmed, and what Swamiji had said is it's such a beautiful tool to be able to think through much more deeply. So sometimes because of the overwhelm, I would get lazy and get into this powerlessness and shut down and not think through many areas of my life in a much more detailed way to take it to a step-by-step plan, a roadmap for then achieving that goal, if that makes sense. So, like if there's 4 or 5 projects to do or 4 or 5 ideas to execute, although I like being creative, shutting that part of me down because of overwhelm. And the training that we received here was so thorough, and Swamiji came and gave his insights on how to best apply the tools, and varied number of tools. So even in LA, we went through tools for video, how to make video, then how to even make transcripts for videos, to edit videos, to make any social media, for instance social media posts, editing, then script writing, even blog writing. So making from video to transcript, then transcript to doing something else with that. And I've been using that actually since February and March. I've been using it, but this time I got a deeper click to how to think through. So with wealth, for instance, wanting to do a business idea, I've always been stuck to even start. I didn't even know where to start. But when we were guided to have the win-win-win-win projects, immediately, rather than getting into obviously, I could feel myself going, and then I was like, no, wait. Swamiji said, go to AI, just start. So I started with some prompts, and then I kept going and going and going, and then I was like, oh my days, I can actually reach the 2 billion Hindus. That it's the possibility. I went from, that was within an hour and a half. So I've been stuck for the longest of time, and I'm so excited. I've got this bubbling excitement about, wait, there's a possibility. So going from impossibility to possibility in an hour and a half, coming up with 5 ideas that I'm excited about, and then seeing how I'm gonna, how that becomes win-win, because then all the 2 billion Hindus on planet practicing and born get to win. Kailaasa wins, I win, the local Kailaasa wins, everybody wins. So I feel here is the kind of depth. I have a short amount of time to share all of this, and there's so much more I want to share. There are so many layers that have gotten addressed for me. Things that I could work on my own, yes, there's self-effort. However, the quantum transformation that's happened between February, March, and then of course now it's only the beginning of July. 6 months, I have never ever the number of times I've planned with my, what do they call them at the beginning of the year, when you decide, you declare you're going to do this, but never have I executed something so far. That's right. What are they called? Resolutions? New Year resolution. I mean, I have failed so. I've just literally failed at pretty much every one of them, every time, every year. So I quit making those resolutions. But I feel that this year, when Swamiji declared in December that this program is going to be run for the year to bring authenticity, it's really making it happen. And the subtlest of, I found that I had this, that's the suffocation I had, a pattern of experiencing betrayal. So as a result, I created this vicious cycle of not letting people close to me, and then, creating this kind of huge wall between me and people. So I would look very much like I'm here, but very guarded and always worried that I was going to get hurt. So my interactions were never 100% intimate with people. So then the Parama Advaita would never have happened if not for Swamiji. First, for supporting, it was the LA, the temple, all the deities there, and the atmosphere created during the program, which gave me the safety to even vomit out. It was very painful for me. And I realized that it is not just this lifetime, but many lifetimes of betrayal pattern that got removed. So, Sanchita Karma getting burnt in Guru's presence, this is really something I'm very grateful for. So I felt so much relief since then. And this time, so I had taken feedback from last time, and this time I got more in-depth feedback from Swamiji, and that allowing that part of me to totally melt down and allow a new being to emerge and a new experience to happen. So this time with the team, we sat together laughing, joking, and sharing the struggles and working on solutions together. So the real wealth for me is being able to have that, the settling. I feel settled around people. I don't feel like I need to be afraid. I don't know how to explain it. I was not even settling in my own body because I was ready to escape and handle any pain that would have been caused, or I would, it goes into depth. Anyway, I'm giving you one layer of it. So I would say that what's happened is the shift of a big blind spot, a big root pattern being shifted has changed the way I approach people, the way I approach life. So not just my relationship with others, more importantly, my relationship with me has shifted. So I'm comfortable in my own body, and which is why yoga has been so much more easier. Yes. So I've been thinking, can you believe, I've been thinking about the ideas. Many times I would have had an idea and then it would be like in the back burner. But I have actually been remembering, thinking through, and wondering how, what are the next steps. So of course I'm going to be using the tools that I've been taught, so AI, and then building on that to go into a more step-by-step detailed plan. So there are some products actually that I had put down as ideas, but I want to go revisit and see how much more, some simpler ideas, some simple startups, but also the products that I have put there, how I'm going to get the, it'll be probably stages that I will work in, and then see how I can bring that to the market, for instance. So think through the whole thing. And generally in the past, the doubt would have been there that, oh, will I be able to do? Now I'm like, yeah, doesn't matter. If there is some challenge or obstacle, I'll come up with a creative solution because I have the tools. So I'm very much excited. And you know what? I never, it's the possibility. I was so stuck with even feeling like there's a possibility for me to actually generate the kind of wealth. It would have been a fantasy. So I wish I could, but I don't know the method. So if any one of you is feeling like that, stuck, I want to achieve this, but I don't know how, then this is the place to be. because step by step, it's like a whole, from day 1 to day 30, day 31, the whole thing is organized step by step. It feels like it's a blanket program. It isn't. Yes, we all do all the exercises. However, Swamiji attends to each one of us one to one. We know that. He's very much exclusively for each one of us. So I got the insights that I needed and the breakthrough I needed from from all of the processes that we did. So I would say that any one of you that, especially if you're having a wealth problem, a health problem, or a relationship problem, and you're really stuck, like if you've ever felt like, I just, I want that, but I don't know how to get there, then this is the place to be, because you'll get the complete solution. And it is permanent. I don't, Ma asked me the question, how, I'm not even thinking how, because I know it's become part of me. So I don't need to think twice about it. It'll just roll. I know it'll roll from one day to the next. Thank you.